let's talk about the macromolecule carbohydrates. Carbo is for carbon, hydrate is water. So it's water filled carbon. And carbohydrates are important because they provide the best energy source for fuel. They're also the building blocks for creating many cell components and aid in communication between cells. Carbohydrates are made of saccharides. Saccharide is the Greek word for sugar. And there are different kinds of saccharides. There are monosaccharides, which is a simple sugar, which is one sugar. So a monosaccharide is a single sugar. There are disaccharides, which are two of those monosaccharides or two of those simple sugars bonded together. Remember, di means two. And then there's also polysaccharides. They're sometimes called oligosaccharides, which is 3 to 10 sugars, or there's also starches, cellulose, and glycogens, which can be hundreds to thousands of sugars bonded together. Monosaccharides are really important. Specifically, we're going to discuss glucose a lot in this class. Glucose's chemical formula is C6H12O6, meaning it has 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and 6 oxygens. And here, oopsies, I keep doing that. And here is an example of glucose. And here is an example of fructose. Fructose actually has the same chemical formula as glucose, which is quite crazy, but it is differently arranged in this chemical structure. We call saccharides that have the same chemical formula like this, but different structures isomers. And you will learn a ton about isomers in chemistry and then specifically in organic chemistry in college. So glucose and fructose are isomers, meaning they have the same chemical formula but different structure. Saccharides are monomers that are connected and they are called disaccharides. So one common example is sucrose. This is glucose and fructose combined together, and sucrose is what we know as table sugar. There's also lactose, which is glucose and galactose, which is the sugar we find in milk. That's what many people cannot break down. If they're lactose intolerant, they're unable to break down that milk sugar. And there's also maltose, which is glucose and glucose bonded together, which is a malt sugar. So monomers can be connected into, like we said before, massive polysaccharides. And starches have hundreds and hundreds of glucose molecules bonded together. And these starches are very important in our body and our body function. Cellulose is important specifically for plants because cellulose is what is found in cell walls. Because plants do not have bones like many animals, they get their structure from the cell wall, and cellulose, that carbohydrate, is what provides the support and structure for the plant. And finally, there's chitin, which is a type of animal starch, and this chitin is what is used to make up the exoskeletons of many insects that shed their exoskeletons. So hopefully you know a little bit more about carbohydrates and why they are so important for all living things.